Its News Update. I am Shalini Kumar and I am here to take you through the worldwide developments in alcoholic beverages and hospitality sectors of the last few days. Here are some policy updates. More strict rules on surrogate advertising of tobacco and liquor in India have been introduced by the Advertising Standards Council of India. As per the new provisions, extensions of liquor and tobacco brands which have been launched but haven't completed 2 years as yet are required to achieve a net sales turnover of 20 lakh rupees per month from the launch date. Retail liquor vendors' fight against Delhi's new excise policy goes on. In their plea in the Delhi High Court, they have sought quashing of the Delhi's new excise policy for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. The vendors are alleging that the policy violates their fundamental rights under Article 14 and 19(1)(g) of the Constitution. On the plea, Delhi High Court has sought responses of the Delhi government to this plea, but the bench refused any interim relief which was sought by the petitioners. News coming from Telangana brings cheers for beer lovers, as beer prices reduced in the state by 10 rupees as a result of a slump in its sales. Last year, the Telangana government had raised beer prices by 30 and 50 rupees on different beer varieties, which brought about a drop in the sales. More on Telangana. The state is also resorting to innovative measures to attract drink lovers. The state government has also proposed big discounts on liquor for consumers visiting bars in the state. Buy one and get one on beer and whiskey, and free chicken snacks are among the offers which are to be extended to the consumers. On the other hand, liquor prices are increased in Puducherry from July 15th. A 20% special excise duty is imposed on the MRP of all liquor products in Puducherry, but still the prices of liquor in the state will remain cheaper than that of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and other neighboring states to the UT. Here is some respite in Delhi for hotels and restaurants that were closed due to COVID-19 induced lockdown during the second wave. The Delhi government has waived off the license fee for 2 months. There is an interesting news coming from Russia. France will not be allowed to sell its wines as champagne in Russia, as President Vladimir Putin has mandated that only Russian wine growers could sell wines labeled as champagne in Russia, and French champagne will be classified as a sparkling wine. This direct challenge to the French champagne industry comes as the deadline approaches following in legal battle in 2010. It was ruled then that Russian cremants sparkling wines made using champagne methods, which had used the word champagne on their labels since Soviet times, must stop doing so by 2022. Now let's see what's making news in the hospitality industry. Radisson Blu has announced the opening of Radisson Blu Resort Dharamshala in Himachal Pradesh. Located on the scenic foothills of the mighty Dhauladhar range, this idyllic resort offers unparalleled views of the Kangra Valley. It is the perfect combination of business and leisure amenities for discerning travelers. Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India has submitted a representation to the CEO of Niti Aayog. The Federation has said that OYO's business model has caused irreparable damages to the hospitality ecosystem in the country. The FHRAI has shared with the Niti Aayog copies of FIRs filed by hotels owners across the country, along with details of the insolvency and bankruptcy court proceedings in the NCLAT and the investigation against OYO by the CCI. FHRAI delegates recently met the Union Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy and submitted a representation underlining concerns of the hotels and restaurants. The recommendations include the support required under the Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme and the Service Exports from India Scheme. It also demanded of GST rationalization and policy reforms and the amendments required in the Copyright Act 1957 and on the challenges faced from the online travel aggregators and food service aggregators. The world of Indian alcobev is getting richer by some new launches. Glenmorangie is introducing 3 outstanding new whiskies exclusively in travel retail in Mumbai and Delhi duty free. Each expression's unique taste showcases a different and demanding art. These new whiskies are Glenmorangie Accord, Glenmorangie Elementa and Glenmorangie Tribute. Radiohead Brands, owner of Jimmy's Cocktails, has announced the launch of 2 new variants in the cocktail mixers portfolio. The new variants are Margarita and Bloody Mary. Here is a rum inspired by a story. Goa-based Fullerton Distillery has introduced a craft rum with a fascinating anecdote of a secret village. The rum is named Sagredo Aldea and it comes in 2 variants, a white rum and a cafe rum. Be ready to welcome the 3 classy Japanese whiskies. Peak Spirits and Sonare's co-brands have joined hands to launch whiskies from Japan's Mars Distillery in India in September. The whiskies are Komagataka 2020 Single Malt and the Iwai and Iwai Tradition blended whiskies. Just in time to welcome the monsoon, Trillium Beverages Thirsty Fox has announced the launch of Kip, which is projected as India's first hopped cider. It has an alcohol content of 5.5% and it is also gluten-free and vegan. There is a good news for fresh beer lovers. Noida Walas will not have to drive down to Delhi or Gurugram to drink fresh beers, as Noida's first microbrewery at the Yellow Chili in Sector 63 has been operational now. There is a top-level change in a domestic liquor company. Allied Blenders and Distillers Private Limited has announced the appointment of Shekhar Ramamurthy as the Executive Deputy Chairman of the company. He replaces Nick Blasquez. Earlier, Shekhar Ramamurthy was the Managing Director of United Breweries Limited. This was your news update of the week. To know the detailed information on the news shared with you, please visit www.spirits.in. Hope to see you next week, same day, same time. Till then, goodbye, stay safe.